Twitter is an online news and social media website driven by users who can communicate through short messages called tweets. Tweets allow the user to publicly post on their feed a message which anyone can see on their home feed. Twitter has become largely popular with its trending tab having 83% of the world's leaders on the website.
Twitter began in 2006 with an idea created by co-founder Jack Dorsey. Dorsey wanted to create a social media platform that was based on SMS communications, short, brief posts that were similar to text messages. In 2007, with the help of being present at the South by Southwest Interactive Conference, Twitter was able to really show their presence to a large audience and grow. This is when Twitter first gained its popularity. As the user base grew, so did the functions within Twitter's. Users started to add the @ symbol when referring to users and started using hashtags. So naturally, the Twitter creators added these functions into Twitter itself. As of 2019, Twitter now has 320 million monthly active users.
So where does Twitter data come from? Twitter is an information system with over 320 million monthly active users. Continues to be a significant and rich resource for capturing data on the web. Twitter's information is acquired through its users, by their tweets, retweets, likes, and hashtags, and by the followed people and their recommended following. The information is shared from one user to another, and between colleagues as well as to what's popular on the platform, from hashtag created by users or viral news. Afterwards, Twitter processes the data through its servers and eventually sells the data acquired from its users to marketing firms. Twitter have different ways of displaying and communicating. Users are able to share information throughout the platform, like tweeting out your thoughts or feelings, and get responses either through getting a tweet back, like, or a retweet. Thoughts can also be shared through photos. Twitter also allows users to post 4 photos in one post, which is a different way that users use throughout Twitter to tell a story or to share a memory. Furthermore, Twitter displays and communicates the information and knowledge by showing relevant and popular search results. For example, the search bar or area, where popular tweets, news, or hashtags are all available, as well as showing surrounding news.
Twitter allows its users to create their own profile page, change the algorithm for the homepage, and block certain users or phrases. On your profile, you can change your cover photo, profile photo, and you can add personal details and information about yourself. This allows users to personalize their account. The default homepage is set up to sort by top tweets, but Twitter also gives the user the option to change to most recent tweets. This is a unique feature that allows users to change how they want their homepage to function. If a user does not want to see what certain users have to say, and also block out certain words or phrases, this allows the user to customize what they see online.
Twitter has plenty of social issues, from people being racist to individuals just outright bullying another individual due to an opinion. Twitter is cracking down on these issues, as Fraser stated, by being able to block the individuals or even blocking out certain phrases to prevent you from you seeing these tweets originally. It also has become more relevant as of recently because racism is becoming more prevalent and more individuals are using the internet anonymously. The issue is that Twitter is so easily accessible and has such a big user base. Cracking down on racism is such a big issue. The only times it's pointed out is in rare cases in which users may find tweets that are racist and report it to Twitter. And in other cases, people use hashtags to portray their racism and openly discuss it openly discuss it because of anonymity. This can be taken even one step further to the point when individuals can just use Twitter as a way to deprecate individuals to further make themselves feel better. Being a victim of bullying as I grew up, it's horrid to be bullied into the fact where it makes you feel worse and worse, or even more so to the point where, what did I do to be treated like this? So how does Twitter cope with it? They have in their report section a harassment feed that allows them to overview the tweets that occur. If you look on the right side of the slide, you can see my personal occurrence in which I was threatened in a pretty harsh way for something so simple. The individual's account was removed through the report section, but the underlying issue still remains that Twitter users are being able to cut that out. Yet the underlying issue still presents itself with the Twitter users being able to create their account instantly without any consequences on their prior actions and keep that anonymity. So should they instruct more bans? Should they instruct stricter policies?
One of the things Twitter is known for is its accessibility. Two of the best factors Twitter has in terms of access is the aforementioned ease of access. All you need to do is have a device that can connect to the internet, an internet connection, and a Twitter account. Another positive facet in terms of access is that information is usually pretty findable. All you need to do is search for the person that made the tweet you were looking for and scroll until you find what you're looking for. Or click on a hashtag to show all the tweets that have used said hashtag. However, one of the worst factors when it comes to access is that a lot of your information can end up not being useful or usable. Since many people are using Twitter as somewhere to keep up with current events, this can be a problem. Then there is the act of blocking someone on Twitter, where a user can actively choose to block access to certain information. Another issue Twitter has with access is actually an ironic one. That is that Twitter is so accessible that it allows for large amounts of people to access it, which can lead to a lot of information noise and a lot of information that ends up being pretty much useless.
You may not think of propaganda on Twitter being prevalent, but it occurs more frequently than you think. A really prevalent example is the recent dormant Twitter accounts being used to push terrorist ideologies on certain individuals. Yet it's also found that most of these accounts had no emails or even prior emails attached to them. Using these accounts allowed them to push their agenda onto others and let it affect others. The interesting part is that the people that got hacked people get hacked all the time on Twitter. In fact, famous individuals got hacked in the slew of celebrity hacks from 2010 to 2017, all relating back to Twitter security. Almost all propaganda is ran by hackers or either by bots.
So what are Twitter bots? Twitter bots are pre-programmed accounts used to interact with Twitter posts without the use of humans. Sometimes these Twitter bots can answer questions to various questions, give updates on news stories, alter facts on any topics, spread misinformation, manipulate online ratings, and much more. Obviously, these bots can become a problem, especially in democracy where propaganda can be spread. Bots can trick people into thinking that some opinions are more commonly accepted than not, and they can also make facts seem more factual than not. However, bots are not just used to push propaganda, but can also make people look more popular. Any user can easily buy thousands of bots very easily for an expensive price with just a quick Google search. However, these bots just follow your account and are called follower bots. They are solely to make yourself look more popular. Twitter has a huge problem with bots, mainly because of the fact that it is a popular social media website that gives users the platform to easily push opinions and misinformation around the internet. Up until recently, Twitter has done much to crack down on bot usage on Twitter. Twitter suspended around 70 million accounts suspected and proven to be fake accounts in just 3 months last year, and continued to suspend accounts suspected of being fake accounts.
Twitter today is becoming more prevalent. Individuals are shifting from other social medias to Twitter due to its tweeting methods. As it grows, it brings in a lot of questions on how Twitter will stay to be an amazing ADIK system and how it will control its issues. Yet one thing is for certain, Twitter is going to continue growing due to its mass number of news outlets and users.